Welcome back to Casual Game Rods as we move forward into our second race of our fifth season on F1 2017 career mode with Toro Rosso driver Ben Waterworth into China, Shanghai. Coming a little bit early here to show that our upgrade there is being put in, our oil pressure pump. So an advanced oil pressure pump improves engine cooling, which allows the engine to run at higher power outputs than previously possible, an improvement of 4.62 bhp. Alright, so we're also going to come in, so we're going to get a new rival here, so we'll skip through practice. But let's look at our overall target there. So we're just ahead of McLaren now, so catching in on Haas. Going to the R&D tree here for the powertrain. Yep, alright, so let's have a look here. We have the most powerful engine in Formula 1, can you believe it? Now this one here is a, this is a 3-week upgrade. So we can do that one, or we can do a 2-week upgrade on the engine power. Either way, I'm going to go for this one, because this is an ultimate. This is like the big granddaddy. And so this one, advanced to the fuel source, provides a significant efficiency improvement. This will be ready by Spain. It's going to cost me $1,000, and we're going to do this now, because that way, look how far ahead that will take us above in terms of engine power. So we should dominate Belgium and Italy this year, hopefully. But that's that one done and dusted. So you're going to see me have to skip through practice sessions here. But I will say that I've decreased the difficulty. We're now down to 67. So we've dropped down yet again to try and see if we can bridge this gap, because it's getting to a frustrating point. Again, I know I can race with these guys, but again, it's just the rewards are few and far between the punishments that you get for especially when other drivers are taking you out. It's just so frustrating, and obviously we're going to see hopefully a bit of an improvement here. So, all right, skimming through all this now. Cool. Best qualifying in China is pole position back in Season 2 of F1 2016. Excuse me. And the best finish here in China is 6th place, which we've achieved twice in Season 1 and Season 2 here on F1 2017. Now, we're going to have a new rival here. I reckon it's going to be a Renault driver. We'll see how that works, but we'll just wait for this to load and go through us getting grey hairs here. So we have to wait to Spain for that upgrade to come in. It's a 3-week. It should say 3 rounds, not 3 weeks. Alright, here we go. Now again, she's going to like all the gossip columns.
Hey, looks like you've got a bit of rivalry going on out there.
Stupid belt.
This is good. Gets people talking about
Why don't you ever go offer me the fact that I never beat these rivals? You go offer me once for underperforming. Ocon, okay, back to a Force India. Alright, well, you know how he likes to take me out of the track. Alright, interesting. Let's get into qualifying here. We're in China. Again, we've gotten pole positions before. Look, that rivalry's one. He's beaten me twice before. Can we finally win one? We've drawn a rivalry. We've just never won a rivalry. So, here in China, I will say, on F1 2017, never finished outside of the points. 6th, 6th, 10th, and 10th. That was our form guide here. Qualifying, with equal highest qualifying on F1 2017. Not F1 2016. Equal highest qualifying here, 5th. It's the best we've ever qualified in F1 2017. Let's do this. China, Shanghai. How are we going to fare here in Shanghai? 19th. Wow, they've really dropped down our expectations after our last round. They are not confident about us here in Shanghai. Well, that bodes in well for us. So it means we basically get anywhere besides last. We are going to pass our target. So positive going forward for us there. We're hanging on to the back of Vettel here. 8th place at the moment. So we'll take that as we close in on him at this section here. Again, obviously the times are very close at the start there. As 7th is there, and how close we are to the back of the ghost car. So we'll release the throttle there as we run ourselves a little bit ragged. Try and maintain this gap to Vettel. Pushing ourselves up as we go through there. It's always tricky this corner here to run ourselves wide at. Still on the bubble of a top 10. The bubble being the operative word. Plenty of time to bin it. Oh, it's always a tricky section there. Vettel gets a good drive out of it. We're going to move up here into the DRS zone. Still in the top 10. This is where our engine comes in to shine though. The most powerful in Formula 1. With DRS 2. Let's get those revs up, baby. 324 k's an hour there. And we've dropped down. 14th. This is how frustrating it is. We've done nothing wrong on this lap except pull ourselves off a little bit. Done that wrong. And that's going to punish us in 14th place.
We're very happy with that position. Well done.
I'm not. Alright. Let's get ourselves ready and raring to go on the race. I'm going to do that now. Vettel on pole again there. Long gone are the days where we go through the grid with you, folks. Alright. Should have fitted a new engine in Australia, shouldn't I? Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Whatever. We didn't, so here we are. I'm gonna yawn. Big update coming for Spain. That should be interesting. Oh, what a surprise. We're losing the rivalry. Oh, what a surprise. We actually go up in the rankings and our reputation is still nowhere with all the other teams. It seems to me you have to get that like all the way up to the halfway point or something, or push it all the way to the edge, and that is so hard to do on a consistent level on this season. We might have to drop it back even more. Maybe we'll drop it back to 65 for Bahrain. Keep it on a nice even keel with the 5s and the 0s. We don't see much of an improvement here on this level. Maybe that's what we'll do. And again, you might think I'm cheating, but again, I want to be able to compete. And it's raining. Yay, it's raining. Let's complain a little bit more. We had a lot of dry races last season, so I shouldn't really complain. I yawn. And it's actually raining with dry tyres. Even better. Yay. Just yay. Far out. Alright, we're on the inside. Let's do this. Ocon, our rival, ahead there in 9th place. We had a good start, but so does Hulkenberg. Wow. Been racy with Hulkenberg a lot in this Grand Prix in the past. Whoa, whoa, whoa! And there's a big off there with one of the Mercedes. I got warned for illegal overtakes. We've got yellow flags here still. And I had nowhere to go, and I've got a red part of my front wing because of that. I had nowhere to go to avoid that, but I've found myself up into 5th place though. But that is going to cost me time when it comes to my front wing. And there's no point in pitting because I'm way too... It's not going to do any improvements for me if I pit. I mean, it'll make the car easy to drive, but on the grand scheme of things, I'm going to lose more positions than I will have a chance to gain. It's just too short of a race to be able to do it, and it's not online mode. Oh, this is terrible. I can't keep the car on the circuit with these tyres and this front wing. This is going to be a terrible race for us moving forward here. Oh, the braking is just terrible. We can't get up to it, and this is going to be a struggle. I know right now we're in 6th, and we should be grateful for that. But I nearly avoided all that carnage. And we can at least stretch the legs a little bit on the Renault engine up this back straight. This is where our power advantage should come into play. But the other cars too, struggling ever so much. Oh, this is going to be tough. Put that into standard mode there too. Can't wait to see that replay of what happened at the opening part there. Perez has got me here. Perez zooms on down. Caution up here so I can't overtake Perez back through this section. Ocon decides to get intimate with me. Gone back to his old ways as Esteban. Not allowed to overtake. Yellow flags. Now we've got green flags. Ocon, of course, now my rival. Put it into rich mode here and see if we can get ahead of Perez. Just watch the braking and the turning point. Oh, just get him, but he's going to get me on the rebound. No, he won't. This is going to be a tricky corner. This is going to be very tricky. If I can maintain it slightly there. Block him on the racing line. Hold on to it. Not leave him any gap. Just like so. We're still in 6th place here, people. Believe it or not. Oh, this is going to be so tense. Expected position of 17th. It's the first time I've actually looked at that. Didn't look at that at the beginning. So, again, well ahead of that. But it will go very well for us if we can get this far ahead. Alright, stretch this Renault baby. Stretch it good. Stretch the engine. Rich revs. You've got more power than that Mercedes in that Force India. Put it back down to standard mode there. Coming into the hairpin. Oh, the braking is just terrible. On this difficult circuit to drive on with a damaged front wing. No idea how hard this car is to steer at the moment, folks, if you've never played a Formula 1 game before. Back up into rich revs. DRS is enabled too. Oh, thought they might not enable it given the rain. Oh no, this is where I always tend to lose it. Oh, get off it, you little prick. You can't overtake me. It's a yellow flag. I'll keep driving through the debris as well. And you know that's probably going to cause me a puncture. I think we're going to be on for last in this Grand Prix. And Perez, now, I would get a penalty for that if that was me. But will he get a penalty? Probably not. Probably not. So we will drop this down to 65 difficulty for Bahrain. And again, agree with it if you like. Disagree with it, you can go off me in the comments. It's about progress, people. And again, I feel I can race with these guys, but just this punishment system is bullshit. Right. Oh. Okay. Brake a little bit earlier here, because this is where I always tend to go off the circuit slightly. We come around this very tight tricky is what I'm trying to say there, Benjamin. Alright, put up to rich revs. Don't get too much curve, you don't want to spin. Perez will get DRS. So I'm going to maintain myself on the inside here to block any move. Cross back onto the racing line. Oh, no, that's not good. That is not good at all, and he's going to take me here before we even get to the last corner. Oh, lean. I went to go the other direction there. Nearly slowed myself down rather than sped myself up. Oh, that's not good. I'm going to go back on the circuit. See you, Perez. Oh, Ocon's going to take me too. That's worse because he's my rival. And I can't overtake. That's Bottas. Once again, goes through that debris field. Oh, legal overtake on Bottas. Go fuck yourself. We'll take it back, Bottas. Jesus, once again, they just take forever to take it back off you. Slows me down that I can't even go through it. And then, oh, you little prick, Valtteri. I'm going to force my way through on you there because you frustrate the hell out of me with that. Cannot believe that. I was through the yellow flag zone. I could see it on the corner. And they deemed me to be out of it there. And then by the time they bloody well wake up and overtake you back again, you're going so freaking slow that you get overtaken and forced backwards yet again. So not only am I losing that position, I'm losing it to my rival in Ocon as well. And I'm not even going to get points here. Because you know what's going to happen on the last lap. I'm going to run through that freaking debris field and I'll get a puncture while none of these other guys get punctures. Because why would they? It's just so effing frustrating. Alrighty. Mercedes all over my bumhole here, but once again, we do have the most powerful engine, you can tell. This is where it is definitely one thing that I will give props to Codemasters, that our development clearly has worked in the fact that we definitely do have the most powerful engine coming down that straight. But we struggle coming into this upcoming section into turn 1. As they get a good run into the final turn, they'll get DRS. I'll have to put it back into rich mode here, although acceleration on this Toro Rosso must be a little bit better than it is against the Mercedes, and it is against the Force Indias, because every time the Force Indias would be all over me there. Oh, see, I've had to run myself ragged there to deliberately go through the debris. Now, Valtteri Bottas was ahead of me there for a second. Will he get a warning? Well, he's backed off. But, you know, consistency. People, consistency. We move our way up here a little bit more. Very difficult conditions. If we can hold on here, somehow, through all the carnage, we could possibly walk away with 4 points. Which will match our Season 3 total in one Grand Prix. But plenty of time for things to go wrong here. And once again, where was that race where Bottas spun in front of us and we damaged our front wing? Where was that? Last season. I can't remember. Whenever I've come up against the Mercedes, it seems to be that they are the ones at Hamilton in Austria last year, if you don't mind. Vettel wins. Congratulations, Seb. Rich mode on. It's mine to lose here. Well, 8th is to lose, and we'll lose a place to Ocon. Bottas has a huge run on me here. Move. Oh, no. Not good, not good, not good. Get out of it, Valtteri. I'm probably going to get a penalty for being too aggressive now. Let's plant it across the line. Rich mode on. And somehow we held on to that. It wasn't quite 6.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Park, family.
But we'll take 8th away from that. And that was a very difficult race. 24 races now in a row that we haven't DNF'd. So, positives to come from that. And we've never retired from China, ever. Interesting stat there for you. I want to see what happened here. Watch this in full speed first. At Renault got a great start. Clipped by Palmer. And then all of a sudden... Oh, I nearly got through again. Just so close to making it through. And just couldn't do it. So, unlucky there. Standings, well, Vettel's 2 from 2. Raikkonen, Hamilton, Ricciardo. We are in 10th place now in the championship. And Constructors, we are 6th there. Alright, so actually what we might do, we generally cut away here, but just take a look at our results here for you. I feel like we need to stay in here so you can see what results we get. Because I do that in qualifying, you just don't get to see it, sadly, race day, because I generally always cut away from it for you to see. And we'll just have a little bit of a gander here. And see if it wants to load any time today. We'll go right up to our career score before we move forward into the next race. And then we move through 124 points, which is good. And we're gonna be losing out here to Ocon, of course, are we? By only 3. Oh, so it was 2 there, but 3. And we will move ahead back up here in the purple arrow. Well, okay. Can we build up on that reputation? We don't want that to lose out anymore moving forward. And we'll see how we go with that. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. So we'll leave it here, and this is where we'll end it from now on. It makes sense. There's Carlos Sainz chatting away to France Toast. Alright, that has been China. We'll move forward into Bahrain. We'll reduce the difficulty now to 65. See how we go with that. And remember to like, subscribe, comment, and thank you for tuning in to Casual Game Ross. We'll speak to you next time. Good night.